This is fireworks in January.
Yeah, in January.
That's all I got to say.
No, exciting matchups. First up to the stage, we have Team Hooligans. So they're walking in, and they'll be getting up on the stage.
Quentin looks like he's ready to go, like just as you had said before.
Oh, always. Our referee, we want to thank him as well as John Romero, doing an excellent job in both calling the matches as well as keeping our fighters from falling off the stage. Very important. It's quite a drop.
We mentioned it before this started, and yet it came into play. I don't know if you heard that conversation. Talking about John, he's actually done this many times on a stage where he's actually prevented. Yeah, so he knows. Lucky we have him here tonight.
Hooligans is wearing our Live Jits rash guards. So sponsored by a great sponsor of Fightwear. I'm wearing the black with the colored bars.
That
First up, we
belt.
have Quentin Rosenweg stepping onto the mat.
Really cool that the owners of Live Jits came out today to watch
Yeah,
too. So
very cool.
And to see their competitors move on to the finals.
Really cool that they sponsored, a team. This gives an opportunity for these competitors to come out and fight. You know.
Agreed. And keep
Adrian
their game at a
Nez
high
just
level.
stepped onto the mat.
Yes. Again, with that laser focus on the lower half of the body.
Yep. Followed by Jesus Chuy Urbina. Our Team Hooligans. Wearing the Live Jits t-shirt, rash guards. Another sponsored team is our Team Ourlife CBD. Stepping on the mat now. We have Ruben Rivera, followed by Cristobal Chavez and Kyle Chambers. See, Cristobal is each greeting each other. They've seen each other before. We have 3 10th Planet members on Team Our Life CBD and 2 10th Planet, Chewy used to be 10th Planet.
Yes, he did.
Yep, and Quentin, of course, is 10th Planet Savannah.
I think he's cousins with
So these guys
Cristobal
have
too.
faced each other, or know each other very well. We have the coin flip, and Team Hooligans gets the choice. We have Chewy. This interesting
Versus
strategy.
Kyle?
So Team Hooligans had the choice first.
I never thought I
chose
would see this match ever. I never thought in a million
Chewy
years.
Urbina versus Kyle Chambers. So this is probably going to be an interesting strategy.
I may have to
I doubt it's
rewind
the
this and
first time
watch it.
they've rolled.
No, they know each other very well, but I would love to rewind this and watch this over and over just to see the interplay.
Kyle Chambers is
It's a pretty quick movement, man. Chewy's in and out, just out of the danger zone. He's able to play.
Kyle sits down.
This might have been the longest match for Kyle. He's finished people in 15 seconds, okay?
Oh, this is the longest match
hats
for Kyle
off to Chewy
Chambers.
just for staying in the game.
That's true. Funny.
That should tell you right there. And maybe a difficult strategy against someone
Kyle
of
shoots
such a
for
different
Z.
size differential.
Chewy's staying incredibly tight.
As we know is important because we watch people get taken out in less than 15,
Kyle
17
searches
seconds.
for the back. But again, it's
got
going to
Chewy
be
real
so
tight.
hard to tap Chewy out. Kyle goes to a body lock. But again, you can't just submit Chewy by a face crank. He's just so tough. He's been face cranked by almost every single opponent.
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
That's what
it
they
doesn't
employ
faze him.
against him. A tough position to be in, but Chewy's just working.
And it's a long, you know, these the finals matches 2 minutes longer than the other matches. So we have 8-minute matches for the finals. So it's going to be a long 8 minutes.
Absolutely. At this skill level, yes, it may be very long. I would love to talk to the teams and find out how they came to the conclusion to start out this way.
This is interesting. Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, we'll probably have an opportunity to talk to the winners of this finals matchup.
This presents questions all on its own, and I love to hear the answers to that.
Kyle switching over. He has the... Looked like he might have been going for the armbar.
To me, this
switches over to a mount position.
This is what brings in the non-jiu-jitsu fan. They see a matchup like this, and they're like, what in the heck is going on there? That's where it piques their interest.
But it really demonstrates the strengths of both fighters, you know, is doesn't matter what your body type is, how big you are. You're going to have certain advantages that somebody with with a different body type is going to have. Chewy's able to slip out of things. He's able to find those holes and escape. Kyle has the benefit of his size and his strength and his long legs, and you know, both are just very dangerous on the legs. Chewy jumps for a head.
Sure tells a story that you can't judge a book by its cover.
Wow.
Amazing.
Did you see the backflip?
Some acrobatics here by Chewy.
And it's gonna, you know, on Kyle's part, he's shown that he's incredibly dangerous with leg locks. But it's really, really hard to leg lock somebody who has very short legs. He's going for that same kind of hamstring slicer. But again, can't finish it. Chewy is so difficult to submit.
This is Chewy's most exciting round. I really feel like...
It's Kyle's most exciting round.
Yeah, no two ways about it. Yeah, you can't blink on Kyle. Don't blink, because we saw earlier, the moment you take your eyes off him, he finishes.
We have 2 minutes left in this match.
Team Ourlife versus Live Jits in the finals.
He tries to go for that scissor takedown, but Chewy knows what's up. Kyle has a hold of a straight ankle lock, heel hook.
Yeah, and
it's really hard to heel hook Chewy.
It looks like he's trying to sink it in, and Chewy's doing the same. Looks like he was going for his leg, but no, he's just trying to get his foot loose. It is loose.
Chewy doing a great job of just keeping that knee line outside of the danger zone.
Going for Kyle's ankle.
We are stopping the time. We have a scratch
on that's a bad one. Yeah,
on Kyle's face here.
One minute to go.
We have about a minute left.
Those scratches are so easy. You cut your fingernails and you can still nail it. Do I put in the other?
Just give it a little time. Got a little bit of a clot.
Yeah. Excuse me.
We have about a minute left. We're back. Kyle's gone for a single leg. He's going to try to isolate Chewy's legs. Try to get a submission in this last minute, less than a minute.
He was isolating that arm.
And we get the tap.
Was that a straight armbar?
I think it was a bicep slicer. Let's see. He steps over. Yeah, I think it was a bicep slicer. Wow.
Incredible.
Great job by both competitors. So Team Ourlife CBD has the initial points. They have 3 points now for the submission during regulation time. Now, for Team Hooligans to stay in this match, they have to win. So we have Adrian Nez versus Ruben Rivera. If Team Ourlife CBD is able to get another win, whether it's in regulation time or overtime, they're going to have the 4 necessary points to win this thing. So let's see what happens. This is an interesting matchup. Of course, Adrian Nez is a little bit of a larger practitioner.
Yeah, I don't think we'd ever see this matchup. So again, a very unique matchup, much like the last one.
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely see it in an absolute class, a black belt absolute class. Nez likes to go to Grappling Industries and a lot of these other tournaments, and you know, he has tremendous amount of competitive experience underneath him, both super fights and tournament styles. Ruben Rivera, you know, is just an accomplished ADCC trials veteran. He's always there. Both of them leg lockers. You know, Ruben likes to wrestle and play a little bit more with the guillotine, I think, than leg locks. Nez, as we've seen, just heavy, aggressive leg locking. You know, one leg lock to another. But Ruben knows this.
His approach
you know,
is
and
different.
Ruben's a 10th
Yes.
planet guy, and he knows how to keep his feet safe.
I was going to say, of all the people we've seen go up against Nez, Ruben's approach is a little bit different.
Yeah,
He's
for
stifling him a little bit. He's playing
keeping
with
his
him.
legs away.
He's definitely in a safe zone and able to get to safety real quick when Nez is trying to get a hold of an ankle. I mean, Nez wants to put the fight where he wants to put the fight, but Ruben's not letting him. I like that because we know what he's shooting for. Yeah, this is an interesting strategy.
Ruben's doing a great job of staying low, and what that does is it keeps Nez from being able to kind of lift him up and get underneath him, because that's what Adrian wants to do. He wants to lift him. You see he has that butterfly half guard in.
Sure.
He wants to lift Ruben's hips so that he can invert underneath and attack a leg. But Ruben's doing a great job just staying really heavy on that hook, staying really low, not giving him any space, making sure that his base is far enough away from Adrian that Adrian isn't able to get underneath it.
He doesn't let him employ his game is what I like.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Just keep him off his game.
In a nutshell. Adrian showing his
reaching for those ankles,
inverting abilities.
3 minutes!
We're
and maybe
3 minutes left in this match.
Maybe pushing this towards overtime where a different game is employed.
Be interesting to see what overtime. Undoubtedly they'd go to EBI overtime. Or who gets the decision on this overtime? It would be Nez, I believe. Ruben forces Adrian to stand up.
That is the first time I saw him stand up in a while, yes.
Yeah,
that was cool.
He likes to play from bottom. Yeah, Ruben doing a great job just not doing what Adrian wants him to do.
Sure.
He's not giving him that forward pressure that enables Adrian to get underneath him. I think it is Ruben's strategy to take it overtime, is what I see.
He's able to.
Which is a good strategy. I mean, as we've seen, some of the smaller, if you're the smaller grappler, you usually have a better chance during the overtime than during regulation rounds.
why play into someone's game? So keeping him off of his game and still able to push the envelope a little bit here, it's what I like to see in Ruben. That's his strategy. I like it.
Adrian has abandoned attacking the legs and is closed full guard. He might be looking for, kind of a sweep, get on top, maybe a back take. About a minute left, a little over a minute left in this match. Ruben doing his best to just stay out of it. Adrian's
barely staying on the stage.
Switching over, referee John Romero is letting them go, letting them continue. Adrian's gotten to Ruben's back. Looking for the choke or the face crank, has got a body lock.
Yeah, we haven't seen Nez take someone's back yet in this
Well,
event.
he's usually just so successful with the leg locks.
Right.
But Ruben was doing an incredible job in keeping his legs away. We have about 30 seconds left. 20 seconds, rather. Ruben's going to take it to overtime. He's not going to let Adrian finish this. Doing a great job of hand fighting.
In what might be the final match, we'll see.
We have time. We're taking it to overtime.
Ruben looks very composed and like he definitely accomplished what he wanted to.
I believe it's Ruben's decision for overtime. They're going to wrestle.
Yep. I didn't expect that at all.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Ruben gets the decision. He's a good wrestler. He knows Adrian wants to be on his butt. So we'll see how Adrian's wrestling and wrestling defense is. This is cool. As I mentioned before, Ruben has quite a bit of wrestling. But he's got to get in there on that leg. Adrian has good posture. He's keeping that head up. A lot of mistakes that non-wrestlers make is that they drop their head a little bit. They look at the feet. What that does is it drops your head and you're able to be snapped down. But he's keeping a nice straight posture. Bit of a Russian tie by Adrian. Ooh, Adrian goes for a single leg. Little pummeling action. Ruben is avoiding that. Easily defending the single leg attacks. Adrian's reaching a little bit on this. He needs to kind of create a reaction before he goes for that single leg because Ruben's just able to defend a little too easy. His reach is a little bit too far. You want to get in there before you even snatch the leg. But Ruben's doing a good job of keeping Adrian from getting a nice head clench, which would create a reaction that he needs for him to get into the leg.
Sure.
Pummeling. Ooh, almost a fireman attempt, or fireman throw attempt by Ruben.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
time. Adrian heavy. Oh, it ends in a draw. Okay, so I think both. If it ends in a draw, nobody gets points.
True. We'll move on to the next match.
Interesting. Wow. What an interesting match.
Yeah.
Good job on both of their parts. Wow.
I think it was strategic. It's what can you do in that environment, and
Sure.
Ruben did what he could without getting caught.
Yeah.
By someone
absolutely.
laser focused.
Now we have
This is interesting.
Cristobal Chavez versus Quentin Rosenwig.
Yes, and we know that
Quentin's
Rosenwig he's rested and ready to go. He didn't have the last match.
No, exactly. Yeah, he's very dangerous with the legs. But again, Cristobal is just like Chewy. It has shorter dimensions, so it's much harder to get on that leg.
Not quite as compact, but you're absolutely right. Still very elusive.
He's going for a knee bar, it looks like, but Cristobal has cleared his knee line. Quentin goes for a heel hook. Cristobal goes for a heel hook.
And that's it. Cristobal got it.
Cristobal gets the heel
back.
hook on Quentin.
That was brutal.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's a knee, man.
Wow.
That's a tough one.
What a match. I think we